They're going to be in day 2 of the Champions League, and we've got Bayern Munich going up against Atletico Madrid here today. Actually, a lot of good games to choose from today. We do have Liverpool, Ajax, and Man City, Porto are a couple of the other notable ones, but we're going to stick with this one. Bayern Munich are the reigning champions, beating Paris Saint-Germain in the final last year, and we're definitely the dominant side after the restart. Just kind of cruised through a lot of their games, absolutely drubbed one or two of their opponents. Of course, the Barcelona 8-goal thrashing was a notable one. But yeah, so we will be back with Bayern Munich and Atletico Madrid. The lineups are out. We're just about 8 minutes away here from kickoff, so let's walk through what the teams look like. For the side of Atletico Madrid, they're set up in a 4-4-2. Not necessarily surprising from our good friend Diego Simeone. We have Jan Oblak in goal, Renan Lodi, left back Felipe, Stefan Savic, the center backs, Kieran Trippier, right back Marcos Llorente, Hector Herrera, Koke, and Yannick Carrasco making up the midfield four, and then João Felix and Luis Suarez, newly acquired this season from Barcelona there, as they started to make some sales to balance their books. He is now an Atletico player and will join the young Portuguese star there in the front two. For the side of Bayern Munich in a 4-2-3-1 here today, unfortunately, we will not see Alphonso Davies here today. He is replaced here in the lineup by Lucas Hernandez and David Alaba, Nicolas Soule, Benjamin Pavard making up the other three defenders. Manuel Neuer, of course, in goal. Leon Goretzka, Joshua Kimmich, the midfield duo here today. Thomas Muller, Corentin Tolisso, and Kingsley Coman will make up the three attacking players in support of none other than Robert Lewandowski, who once again has started the season excellently in the Bundesliga. Was, of course, a candidate for a potential golden ball last season until they, got rid of that one. So maybe a man on a mission this season as well to try to find a way in between Messi and Ronaldo, who, of course, have dominated the golden ball selections for the past decade or so. But a pretty exciting match here between the two. Of course, two very big names here. In the Champions League. Bayern are the holders at the moment. Atletico, constant knockout threat. They took out Liverpool in the last season's Champions League right before the COVID break. But Atletico will most likely, as usual, set up very defensively here, try to limit the space for Bayern Munich. They'll be looking at a couple of 4-4-2 blocks most likely. They will be in 4-4-2, couple of 2 blocks of 4-4-2. So they will be trying to limit the space, trying to stop people from running in behind. But yes, so no Serge Gnabry, no Alphonso Davies here to start the Champions League for Bayern Munich. So maybe anticipating either a deep-seated Atletico Madrid or a couple of those players just dealing with some injuries at the moment. But they'll have to look for Thomas Muller, Corentin Tolisso to try to open up any opportunities for Lewandowski. Coman will be the main runner of that front four there, of course. Does have the pace down the left wing. Muller, much more of a sort of ephemeral player, likes to get into open spaces, connect passes, and pops up inside the box, but not really going to beat anyone for pace on the right-hand line there. And Tolisso will be tasked with the creativity out of that number 10 role here today. So maybe lacking a couple of reinforcements, and we'll see if that does affect them against, as mentioned, what is sure to be a defensively stout Atletico Madrid side here today. Do expect Bayern Munich to be pretty handily in possession. Atletico are a team that does like to let the opponents have the ball and then try to get them on the break, although neither one of their strikers really the paciest players. João Felix has a little bit still, of course, very, very young, but a little bit more of a crafty dribbler rather than a powerful one, and does have pretty much everything available in his locker, but dribbling by at pace, not really the thing he's noted for. And of course, Luis Suarez has lost a lot of pace over the years, so not a lot of ability to run into the channels here from Atletico. So we'll see how these two strikers do operate. If you're going to look for running from them, it's probably most likely coming from Yannick Carrasco there at left midfield. Koke, Hector Herrera, much more battling midfielders. Koke, the more talented of the two there, will be probably tasked with more of the creations. We see Alphonso Davies taking a rest here tonight. He is available on the bench, but not getting the start with Lucas Hernandez in the team. Or also no Leroy Sané here for Bayern either. A little bit surprising there, perhaps, but must be a reason for the selections. Sané could be injured. I have not really kept up with the team news for Bayern. I can turn on the broadcast here to see if I can pick up any information. But the normal back four outside of Alphonso Davies there, though Benjamin Pavard does get a start here, and Kimmich will move into the midfield position there. So Kimmich becoming more and more like his predecessor, Philipp Lahm, who during the reigns of Jupp Heynckes and then in particular Pep Guardiola was often fielded as a holding midfielder because of his intelligence, composure on the ball, and just general strategic understanding of the game. And Kimmich has shown all of those qualities and now is sort of occupying a similar role where he flexes between right back and holding midfield here. So we'll see how he does partner in there with Leon Goretzka. But should be an exciting game as the teams are starting to walk out here. I am going to predict, despite the lineups here, I'm going to predict a 2-0 Bayern Munich. I was way off of my prediction yesterday. I predicted 3-0 PSG. So we'll see how this one goes. But I'm going to go 2-0 Bayern Munich. I do think they still have a lot of momentum. They've started the season just fine. Of course, Bundesliga, similar to the French Ligue 1, doesn't really carry a lot of weight, I think, for these teams anymore that win it so frequently. PSG and Bayern always on top of their respective divisions. And with the loss of Timo Werner, Leipzig maybe not as threatening. Dortmund's still a threatening side, but Bayern have always found a way to handle them in the previous 4 or 5 seasons here after Klopp's departure or the early years of Klopp at Dortmund. Going through the Champions League anthem here. Teams are getting ready to get started in this one. We will see how this one turns out. As you do, hop in the chat. Please put your scores and predictions. Would love to hear them from anyone coming in here today. And we'll see who's got the best read on this match. Because like I said, it will be should be a pretty stark difference in play style here. Bayern will have the ball, will probably try to possess, move up the flanks. They don't look to have the paciest side here tonight, so I don't expect them to play into the channels too much, but they definitely can. And of course, Atletico will try to absorb pressure and counterattack, but once again, as I mentioned, a little bit of an interesting striking partnership to be selected if you do want to counterattack. Neither João Felix or Luis Suarez quite have the pace that you would typically expect of a counterattacking striker, say Wilfried Zaha or someone of that nature. 2-1 Bayern, yeah. I think they get 2 goals. I think Atletico will find it hard to score, but we'll see. I have concerns about if they're set up to counterattack and Suarez and João Felix are your players. Like, I feel like you need João Felix to draw a penalty or a free kick and score it, because I just don't see how they can run into the channels. That's my concern. But you could be right. You just might be. I don't know what your prediction was yesterday, but it was probably more accurate than mine. That's true. One thing to note here is a lot of internet memery going around as Michael Oliver is the center referee here. A notable figure as he was the referee responsible for the Liverpool-Everton game in which he sent Richarlison off, but was also part of the refereeing team responsible for calling Sadio Mane offsides when he really wasn't, and also did not penalize Jordan Pickford for essentially pulling an MMA like scissor kick onto Van Dijk that has now knocked Van Dijk out for 8 months with a knee surgery. So a lot of Bayern fans were a little afraid when this one started, and there were a lot of nasty comments and memes flying around on the internet. But we are just about to get started here. Again, I will drag down the soccer background as soon as this one gets started. And we'll have the timer to provide us with the score and the game time. And again, for those who are new to the channel, which doesn't look like anyone is yet, so maybe I'll wait to explain kind of how it works until someone new hops into the channel. I know you know what's up, young Bullis. All right, and we are getting started here. So let me drag this down. I will find the... Oh, hello. I need to maximize this. There we go. Just make sure the scoreboard is good. There we go. All right, so we'll get into this one. As this one down in the right-hand corner here, throw in one by Llorente early on here for Atletico Madrid. Can see Hans-Dieter Flick, Bayern Munich manager, sitting here on the sideline just as this one gets started, has selected a decent side here today to try to crack through this Atletico squad set up in their 4-4-2. Here comes the short corner. Not sure if that one was mishit or if that was a attempted pass there towards the on-rushing Hector Herrera. Either way, it will go out for another corner kick for Atletico Madrid. This one going to come short here from Koke. Slid in first time, headed away there by Sula. Will come back out to Atletico. Trippier controls it, goes all the way back here. And it will end up at the feet of Oblak. Well, then I hope I'm doing a good enough job painting providing the picture. This one has sailed out for a Bayern Munich throw in here. Comes in long, headed away there by Savic. We'll go straight back out for a throw. Diego Simeone already out in his touchline wearing the usual all-black suit and tie. This Trippier will throw this one in. Trying to connect there with João Felix. He will get ahead to it, but looks like Luis Suarez is off sides as Sula battles him for possession, and Bayern will be able to restart this one. Bayern's manager, Hans-Dieter Flick, of course, did come in the middle of last season. They had really struggled with their prior manager, Niko Kovac, and when Dieter Flick came in, it was a huge shift of momentum from the time he came in January. Bayern Munich seemed nearly unstoppable after a couple of matches, having that 8-goal drubbing of Barcelona in February, March, and then at the restart. But they'd been basically, oh, hold on, here's a chance for Suarez. Ooh, that one extremely close there as Atletico sort of breaks in behind out of nowhere. And here it caught me by surprise as we see here. This one from Lodi. It comes out from Carrasco into the path of Lodi. He doesn't get closed down very quickly and just sort of slides a ball in here. It is a very nice ball. It goes through the legs of one player and slots around the 6-yard box, and Neuer can't quite come out and get it, but Suarez not quite able to reach it. What time? But yeah, Bayern Munich seemingly unstoppable since Flick came in as the manager, going all the way to the Champions League title, and now starting over as the holders here on their first day, second overall day of the Champions League 2020-2021. Getting right into it here with a big matchup against their main competition in this group, Atletico Madrid, who now have the ball coming away here with Marcos Llorente. He continues his run as João Felix, pressured by Coman. It'll be played back to Savic here. Now ends up at the feet of Oblak. He'll slice this one out towards the far touchline. It's collected well there by by Lodi. Moved up towards Carrasco. That one poked off of him by Benjamin Pavard. It goes out for a Atletico throw. See Leroy Sané here, not available for selection, is out with a knee injury. So I'm glad I turned the broadcast on so I could get that information. It's not deemed to be a serious one, they've told me, so we'll be back soon, but of course is unavailable to help try to break down this Atletico Madrid defense here today. And meanwhile, Luis Suarez has drawn an early foul here onto David Alaba. He's actually received a yellow card here in the 4th minute of play from Michael Oliver. I'll have to check the replay here, but very surprised at this one. You see Alaba, ooh, yeah, definitely not a great challenge there on Suarez. He kind of gets tied up with him, brings his arms up, and his left arm goes into the chin and lower face of Luis Suarez there. It is very early for a yellow card, but it certainly is the kind of foul that I could see be called a yellow card, so can't be too mad at Michael Oliver for this one. I think he could have decided either way on that one. Yes, I would potentially be interested in doing a co-broadcast. For sure. Here is the ensuing free kick from Atletico. Going to be taken short. A little bit of passing here. Trying to find the right angle. Clipped into the box by Koke now, but that one goes way too high. It's easily collected by Manuel Neuer. That was a strange free kick there from the side of Atletico Madrid. Usually you see kind of the like one touch to settle the ball. You know, someone passes it, the other one settles it with the bottom of his foot and allows the first one to cross it. But that one was just a strange assortment of short passes that ended up with a very poor cross here. And meanwhile, Kingsley Coman has absolutely turned Kieran Trippier, now crossing in deep towards the backside of the box. Here's Muller striking. Doesn't quite get the connection. That one going left of the goal there. Actually, I think that might have been Lewandowski. We'll take a look at the replay here. You can see Goretzka hanging out at the top of the box. Yeah, it is Lewandowski coming in there at the back post, and a little bit of a jumping strike there. He actually gets good contact with the side of his foot. It's arrowed completely straight on a rope there by Lewandowski, but just doesn't quite get the direction right. And it goes a couple yards wide there on the left-hand post. So 6 minutes in, Kieran Trippier has just been absolutely torched by Kingsley Coman, and keep an eye on that matchup as the game continues to develop. Coman went by him far too easily for that one, as Bayern Munich have won this one back. They do have a player on the turf here. It looks like it's Goretzka may have been stepped on. Neuer getting this one started once again. Going to slide this one out now. Neuer now. Out to Hernandez. Comes back to Alaba. Here's Goretzka dropping in between the center backs. Sula. Back to Goretzka. Yes, he certainly is. Here's Lucas Hernandez. Kimmich. Tolisso. Goretzka. Sula out here to the right-hand touchline. Finding Muller, but it comes back to Goretzka. Lucas Hernandez under some pressure here will be forced back. Good pressure from Atletico, forcing Bayern to retreat, and then a bit of an impatient pass here from Sula will be intercepted. Now this one clipped out to the right-hand side. No Atletico Madrid players in the vicinity, and Bayern will collect this one and restart the play. Here's Kimmich into Goretzka, back to Alaba. See three strikers here, three players here for Atletico trying to pressure this one. Now sitting back into their 4-4-2 shape. Really trying to tighten onto Goretzka. Don't want that midfield player to be able to push the ball out for Bayern Munich. They want to try and stifle it sort of at the source here. As this one bouncing around will be collected by Alaba. It comes out to Neuer, who's going to reverse this one across the field. Ends up at the feet of Pavard. Moves this one forward. For those who haven't seen the Goretzka body transformation, just look it up. Between the start of COVID break and the end of COVID break last season, yeah, fills out a little bit. It's a couple pictures. Here's Joshua Kimmich moving this one onto Goretzka now. He's going to clip this one into the box. That one headed away there by Felipe. Still with Bayern Munich here. It's Alaba. Kimmich out to Goretzka once again. Now shifted out to Muller. Sorry, it's Pavard crossing this one in. It's headed away again by Felipe, and that one cleared away. All the way back towards half field, but Alaba will collect. Again, expect this to sort of be the way this match goes. Atletico Madrid in this 4-4-2 will be very happy to allow Bayern Munich to have possession. They'll sit in, they'll defend well. They'll try to force Bayern to break them down and then look for counterattacks, cheeky fouls. They'll look for any opportunity really to try to slip one in behind Neuer. Here's a right-footed cross from Kingsley Coman. That one not getting enough air and will be cleared away pretty easily by the Atletico defense. João Felix actually kind of gets bridged by Goretzka. Doesn't get a foul called for him though. Here's Kimmich. Muller. Pavard. Sula. Back inside to Kimmich. This one now into the feet of Lewandowski. Turns well around Felipe there and will not draw a foul, actually. Looked like Lewandowski had been tripped there by Lodi, but does not get the call from Michael Oliver here. Meanwhile, Trippier moving this one away. João Felix attempts to corral it, but cannot do so. It ends up with Schula. Now it's Hernandez back to Neuer. What is I'm not actually sure what it is. What's the shit with Ozil? Here is Kimmich. Now Goretzka moving forward very quickly here, shifting this one out to Pavard. His cross is completely mishit, though. It comes straight out to João Felix, who will restart the counterattack here as Carrasco now driving forward. Has Pavard for company. Here's a ball in behind for Carrasco from Suarez, but two Bayern Munich defenders reading that one will easily intercept, and it can come away with it again through Lucas Hernandez. Here's Kimmich once again. Ball comes into Lewandowski, back out to Hernandez. Looking in for Coman behind Trippier. It's an excellent ball. It does pick him out, but a little bit of a miscontrol there from Coman. Will go out for a goal kick. Here's Savic. Moving this one up to the right side. Trippier up to Felix. That one is poked off of him, but again, Coman cannot control. That one will roll out for a throw in here. 12 minutes into this one, and it's about exactly what you would expect. Bayern Munich in all of the possession, trying to break down these two defensive lines for Atletico Madrid. But meanwhile, Schula, a bit of a mistake. He's turned by Suarez. He looks to his right-hand side, trying to pick out Llorente. That one blocked by Alaba. It's now come out to Lodi. He's going to cross in. Suarez going down in the box there, but really more of a slide than any sort of dive, and gets right back to his feet. That one collected by Neuer, and Bayern will restart. Foul here onto Tolisso, but he'll just get back on top of it and start it immediately. Now here's Schula into Goretzka. Interesting, Nolan. I could potentially see that. Players are pretty aware of their social media presence and impact these days. Here's David Alaba. He is on a very bad contract. If he's not, he's paying a lot of money for a guy to sit not on the squad. Meanwhile, Muller up the right-hand touchline will deflect this one off of Lodi. It will be Bayern Munich's first corner of the game. Using a good, the old gaslighting, eh? Is this an Among Us game? It will be Kimmich taking the responsibility for this corner kick. Here is the corner from Kimmich, coming in short a little bit. This one headed on, and there's Sula. It comes off the post. Incredible, surprising that he did not score that one. Seemed to have a lot of time to try to direct that one to the goal, but unable to get it inside of the post there. It bounces off the post and comes out after that initial header at the near post. This one's still bouncing around here. Neither team able to settle it just yet. Goretzka heading this one forward. Finally, Lodi brings it down. And a foul called here on Goretzka, trying to rob Llorente of possession. You can see here that looks more of a foul on Hector Herrera than anything else. As we take a look at this replay, it's Muller flicking this one at the near post. It comes all the way to Sula, who's been left a little bit by Savic. He gets his leg up, but just kind of makes weird contact with it. It's decent contact, but it's very strange contact. And he is a right-footed player, so of course a little uncomfortable on that left, and shot comes bouncing back off the post. So best chance of the game, they're falling to Nicolas Sula, and not quite able to put that one away. Hector Herrera will be standing over this one. Free kick won by Luis Suarez on the near touchline here. Foul was on Lucas Hernandez. Here is the ensuing free kick. Herrera swinging this one in very low to the ground. That one initially deflected away. Comes back out towards the onrushing Llorente. He's met by Hernandez trying to defend him here. Llorente will get it off of Hernandez. It will be a throw here to Atletico Madrid. Hector Herrera leaving that set piece extremely short there. Very, very low. Almost just kind of skimming across the turf. Clearly a mishit free kick there. Atletico trying to make the most of it here as Llorente has it in deep. This cross is deflected. Here's the follow-up cross deflected once again. Headed away by Muller. Lewandowski closing down Lodi. Good tackle here by Muller will knock it away. It will be another throw for Atletico Madrid, this time on the far touchline. Ooh, good cutback here by Lodi. Will beat, seems to be Garrett. Sorry, that's Pavard, I think, all ends up. Now here's Sula. Or sorry, it was Muller. Here's a chance at a counter here for Bayern. Tolisso trying to get on top of this one. He will move it out to Kingsley Coman, who is 1v1 here. Gets it around here to Tolisso. Crosses it. Good save from Oblak there. Blocking the cross from Tolisso as it was headed for the feet of Robert Lewandowski. And this one will go out for a Bayern Munich corner kick. Very good play here from the side of Bayern. Tolisso into the path of Kingsley Coman. He finds the overlapping Tolisso. Here's the ensuing corner. This one short, flicked away at the near post, and clearance completed by Carrasco. João Felix trying to run this one down all the way down the field. Neuer collecting it, looping it over the young Portuguese player's head here, and it's Alaba bringing it away. Tolisso once again on the near touchline, and Bayern will reset possession here, start once again. Sula moving this one out. Looks like Coman now on the right side, switching sides with Muller briefly. He has this one stripped away from him by Lodi. It'll come into midfield here. Felipe turning back. Looks out wide to Trippier. Hector Herrera into Trippier. Once again. Here's Llorente, but his pass intercepted by Alaba. Kimmich trying to move through a couple of challenges. Can't do so, but the pass for João Felix is a little bit wayward and escapes his right foot there. Here's Hernandez. Alaba. Sula. Bayern Munich playing up this right-hand side. Are forced back as they can't really find an angle through this Atletico Madrid defense at the moment. Tolisso dropping in deep. This one being moved out towards Hernandez now. Instead, Alaba will just drive it forward himself. Picking out Thomas Muller on the near touchline. He swings it back over to the far side. It's Sula. This one clipped over to the left-hand side. It's flicked on by Lewandowski into the path of Muller. He is met there by Trippier. Gets a half challenge in. Comes out to Kimmich. He's looking for a passing option here. And a late foul going to be called here on Muller, as he's potentially stepped on Trippier. And he's going to get a yellow card as well. This one seems extremely harsh. The flag comes up very, very late here, if at all. I mean, it seemed Michael Oliver was content to play on. Not sure if he's gotten a signal from the assistant referee. We can see This is ridiculously bad call. Muller just passes that ball away as Trippier comes in to challenge him. He does end up coming down on the foot of Trippier as he completes his pass, but Trippier doesn't get a single part of the ball there. Muller cleanly passes that one to his own teammate and somehow gets reprimanded with a yellow card. So that's very surprising that Muller picks that one up. Hey Spurs, welcome back. I was considering it. There's a couple of good games on today. We have Man City, Porto, Liverpool, Ajax. I just wasn't sure how good Ajax was this year. I figured I'd start with kind of two big name knockout teams this time around and see how Bayern Munich's looking. See if Luis Suarez still has the bone density left to actually run, which it seems like he kind of does. Meanwhile, this one at the feet of Neuer, he's clearing this one away. Well collected by Lewandowski. Shifts it over to Hernandez. He's going to look into the feet of Tolisso, but overhits that one a little bit. Tolisso can't quite get on top of it. Rolls all the way into the path of Jan Oblak. Oblak taking his time here, trying to assess the options. Probably just going to go towards a punt here. And so far, you have to say this game going pretty much to plan here for Atletico Madrid. They've set up in a 4-4-2, happy to defend deep in their own half, try to catch Bayern on the counter. No real opportunities yet for Atletico, but there may be one here as Carrasco has it on the far side, cutting back onto his right foot, looks to the top of the box. That pass deflected. Here's Kimmich, matched up against Lodi. Carrasco, Koke. Carrasco into the feet of João Felix. Plays Carrasco back, and here's a shot, but that one straight at Manuel Neuer. He easily saves that one, but an excellent opportunity there for Atletico Madrid. Certainly their best of the game as Carrasco gets in behind here on the 1-2 with João Felix with a lot of space and just doesn't quite get the contact he wants here. Wants to bend that one to the far post in the air. Try to hit that upper part of the net. Instead, just kind of whiffs a little bit and skims the top of the ball just a bit too much and doesn't quite get the bend or the power on it that he wants. It rolls harmlessly into Neuer's hands, but a decent opportunity there. So Atletico Madrid cut through the Bayern defense. And this one from Marcos Llorente. Going to go out for a goal kick as Trippier a little bit late overlapping. Bayern have restarted this one, but Alaba taking plenty of time here. Trying to move it up safely as Atletico sends a couple players to pressure. Goretzka has received it now, though. He'll move it over to Alaba. Alaba clipping this one long right. Finds Muller. It's back into Goretzka. He shifts this one over to Lucas Hernandez. Hernandez clipping this one in. Easily headed away there by Savic. One by Kimmich. Goretzka. This one out by Kimmich to Muller. Muller looking up. Clipping this one towards the back post. Trippier heads away well. Shot by Hernandez here, but gets a little bit underneath that one as that's a attempt at a volley there from about 25 out, and always had the world to do there did Lucas Hernandez, and not quite doing enough, getting a little bit under that one and is sailing very high over the crossbar. So once again, 25 minutes in, and Atletico have seen one or two opportunities, not too much. It certainly, of course, has been Bayern Munich in control here, but Atletico will not feel too perturbed by the way that this game is going. They haven't been under a ton of pressure as of yet. Bayern have generated one or two quality opportunities, but nothing that would really unsettle this Atletico Madrid side, which are committed to defending in this 4-4-2, forcing Bayern Munich to try to break them down. Bayern Munich have played the game fairly patiently in the slow tempo, certainly something that would favor Atletico. Here's Joshua Kimmich over this one. Here is the ensuing corner. This one driven pretty deep here. Sula going up, wins the initial header. Llorente tries to clear away, can't quite do so, but the clearance is completed by Carrasco. Suarez chasing this one, but can't get tight to David Alaba. Now comes out to Lucas Hernandez. Up the line, Kingsley Coman with Trippier on his back. Back to Alaba. Now here's Hernandez. Back into Alaba. He's going to shift this one over to the right-hand side. It's Sula. Sula knocking this one long towards the left. Easily intercepted there by Trippier. Comes out to Marcos Llorente. He's tackled there, but it ends up with Trippier, and Atletico maintain possession. Carrasco has Lottie to his left. Will find Lottie. João Felix. This one played into the feet of Carrasco. Running forward now, but his pass blocked. Kimmich defending Carrasco. He's jumped inside of Kimmich. Now back to Suarez. He shoots, and it's narrowly wide at the near post there. Excellent work by Yannick Carrasco here. Dancing through two challenges. One from Benjamin Pavard. Another one from Joshua Kimmich here on the far touchline. He picks out Suarez well, but Alaba does a pretty decent job to cut off the options for Suarez. Suarez tries to go back towards that near post, but the angle is very tight. He ends up shooting it just a little bit wide. Ooh, here's a turnover by Atletico Madrid right in front of their own box. Goretzka now shifts it out to Kingsley Coman. Trying to take on Trippier. Well defended so far. Gets his face up again. Out to Goretzka. He'll shoot from 18. That one blocked. Good sliding challenge here by Kimmich. Will win possession back. Clipped back into the box. Here's Kingsley Coman, and Coman scores! Beautiful ball over the top from Joshua Kimmich into the path of Kingsley Coman. He brings it down brilliantly with his left foot and slots home with the right. Excellent goal here for Bayern Munich, provided, of course, with that Joshua Kimmich clipped ball, and Kingsley Coman cleanly taking that one down and finishing very calmly past Oblak here. As we see the replay, Kimmich does a great job winning this one back with a sliding challenge. He picks his head up. He sees the run of Coman at the far post, and it's a beautiful ball. A beautifully timed run from Coman. He brings it down perfectly with his first touch. That first touch with his left settles that ball directly in the path of his right foot, and he just has to shape his body and tuck that one into the back post, which he does with aplomb here. It's a beautiful play between the two Bayern Munich players. It's extremely well executed, and it has given them a deserved 1-0 lead here. So Kingsley Coman, the one to break the deadlock here and break through Atletico's defense. And now the match certainly going to change here for Atletico Madrid. Again, seemed very happy to try to sit in the 4-4-2, nick a goal away, and come away with the victory. And now will be forced to chase just a little bit if they want anything out of this match. Here's Lottie trying to make that happen. But Pavard, excellent sliding challenge there, will actually keep the ball in play. Tries to clear it off of Lottie here, but loses out. It's Carrasco once again. Carrasco ends up on the floor here. Not going to get any sympathy from the referee just yet. This one comes across to Trippier. He looks up, tries to get it onto his right foot, but is poked away by Coman, who's now starting to run the other way. Slows up, finds Quarantine Tolisso in the midfield. Now this one flicked into the path of Coman, but Savic reads it very well, knocks it back towards Jan Oblak. Oblak clips this one up towards Marcos Llorente, but he loses out twice here to Lucas Hernandez. Lewandowski ends up on the turf. The ball still bouncing around here. It's now coming into the path of Suarez. Suarez, though, is offsides, and that one will be brought back. It will be a Bayern Munich free kick. Bayern Munich restarting this one. Here's Alaba, shifting it over to Hernandez. Here's Süle. Süle up to Goretzka, comes back now to Muller. It's into Kimmich. Kimmich's going to clip this one over the top. Headed down well by Tolisso, trying to find Lewandowski. There's Muller. It's headed away by Felipe. Kimmich. This one now out to Muller. Back into Tolisso. Clipped into the back post. Here's Kingsley Coman heading it across. This one bouncing around the Atletico Madrid box. Eventually cleared away, and João Felix can try to come away with it. It's Lottie now. Felix sees the run of Carrasco. He's defended by Pavard. He gets it up to Carrasco. Going at Nicolas Süle here. He goes down in the box, but clearly a slip there, as Süle will come away with it. Now Pavard back to Manuel Neuer. Alaba going to come away with this one. Here's Süle now. Joshua Kimmich. Up to Thomas Muller. Attempts to find Tolisso there, but that one deflected out of play. Will be a throw in to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich has this one once again. Comes out to Kingsley Coman. Bayern happy to play patiently now with the score and the time in their favor. Coman now crossing this one from the left-hand side. It's a little bit too deep for any of his teammates. It's going to sail out towards the far touchline. Will be controlled by Pavard, and it's knocked out of play. Bayern restart this one. .33 minutes into this one, Bayern holding the 1-0 lead courtesy of Kingsley Coman. Now, of course, they are happy to just hold possession here, sort of the shoe on the other foot from the beginning of the match. They still do have possession, but will feel very comfortable in possession and now have no need to rush, have no need to try anything too dangerous to break down the defense. They have their lead. They can really try to make Atletico come to them a little bit more as this game continues to wear on. Still decent amount of time left in the first half, but Atletico have been set up here to defend, and now they will be forced to try to find something to get themselves back level with Bayern Munich. Felix. Lottie. Carrasco. This one taken off of the feet of João Felix by Joshua Kimmich. Cleared away now by Neuer. One well held up here by Lewandowski. He has Felipe here as company. Finally, Felipe will take it off of him. Oh, and that one a little bit overplayed there by Felipe as he tries to pick out Lottie. It goes over his head. Ooh, poor mistake here by Süle, trying to pass this one back to Alaba, and now running down Luis Suarez. Suarez ends up on the ground, but it looks like he's not going to get a foul call here from the referee. So Süle will amend the mistake he made, almost turning over possession there. Ooh, good tackle here from Llorente. Will get this one off of Hernandez. He tries to find Suarez early, but Neuer, alert to that one, comes rushing out, goes up and grabs that one at its highest point. And now here come Bayern the other way. This one into the feet of Lewandowski. He's taken down in the box by Savic here. Looked like Oliver had a decent look at it and has elected not to say anything. Play will continue. Now here's Felix. This one going across to the far side will pick out Trippier extremely well. Now back into the middle here. Suarez laying it off for Llorente. It's out to Trippier. Top of the box. Trippier, Herrera. Trying to cross this one. Good cutback. Clips it with his left foot to the far post. Headed away by Pavard. Now here's Felix. This one shifted out wide for Trippier. Trippier. Herrera. Into Llorente. His pass comes off a Bayern Munich defender and will be collected by Hernandez. Neuer shifts this one over to Süle. Up to Muller. Tries a little back heel there to get it to the onrushing Tolisso, but the two not quite on the same page, and it will turn over to Atletico Madrid. Good footwork here from Carrasco to escape a challenge. Has now played Lodi into the Bayern box. Good crossback, but that one deflected by Süle and will go out for the third Atletico corner of the game. Will be Yannick Carrasco standing over this one on the far corner. And it looks like maybe a problem here for Lodi. Michael Oliver was shifting his hand as if to indicate that he wanted the medical staff to come out after Lodi was holding his head, but instead is told by Lodi to send them back, and he brushes them away. Here's the corner kick from Carrasco. A little bit of a training ground routine there as he looks for Herrera at the near post, but Herrera gets a little bit too much on his header. That one will drift over the goal there for a goal kick. Now here is Lucas Hernandez. Inside finding the feet of Kimmich. This one launched forward. Here's Savic. Clipped up the line here by Savic, but that's a poor pass. It will go out for a throw-in. Bayern now have it again. It's with Manuel Neuer. 39 minutes on the clock, so just 6 remaining here in first half regulation. Couple minutes of stoppage time also probably to come. Lucas Hernandez now. Into the feet of Kimmich. Driving forward. Finds the feet of Lewandowski. His return pass a little bit too hard for Kimmich. Now Lodi clipping this one forward. Well won here by Hernandez. Collected by Tolisso. Cutting inside, here's Hernandez. Beats one, beats a second, but cannot beat the third. He will get the tackle into the air. He's actually going to strike this one as it falls down towards his left foot. But once again, second attempted volley here by Hernandez in the match. Cannot get the right contact, and that one skews well wide of the goal mouth. Just 5 more minutes here in the first half. Jan Oblak will get us started once again, and be interesting to see what the managers say to their teams at halftime. Of course, Simeone's tried and true strategy here, a little bit busted up, trailing by 1-0. Typically likes to try to take that 1-goal lead into halftime, into breaks, and sit on it for the rest of the match. This is a bad touch from Herrera. He's giving it away to Lewandowski. Here's Kingsley Coman, goal scorer of the only goal here, across to Goretzka, who shoots and scores! And just like that, it's 2-0 Bayern Munich, courtesy of Leon Goretzka. The assist over to Kingsley Coman, who's now been involved in every good attack for Bayern Munich here today. And that is a huge goal for Bayern just minutes before the halftime break. That will take a huge amount of wind out of the sails of Atletico Madrid. As you can see, poor play here by Herrera. Gives this one to Lewandowski. He picks out Coman. Does very well to find Goretzka at the other end of the box. And Goretzka absolutely puts everything behind the strike. You can see the concentration. Beautiful strike. It takes a tiny deflection off of Lodi, but I don't think that's really affecting the outcome. This is just an absolutely peach of a strike here from Goretzka on the half volley. He gets all of that one. He gets the direction. It's in the corner. Nothing that Oblak can do. 2-0 lead here to Bayern Munich. Couple players down now as we get this one restarted. It looks like it is Tolisso and Lodi, both on the turf. Lodi's now gotten back up. Checking on Corentin Tolisso. May have been stepped on here, and a yellow card going to be given to Lodi. Take a look here. Yeah, Tolisso just getting stepped on and pushed over by Lodi there. Pretty simple foul call. Again, a little surprised with some of these calls by Oliver. He's been very quick to go to the book today. Giving an early yellow card to Alaba. A deserved one, the second one, I believe. Which was over to the likes of, I need a reminder here. The second one over to the likes of Thomas Muller. The second one was totally undeserved. My bad. The first one was kind of on the border. The second one is, here comes the free kick headed away at the near post by Suarez. The first one was borderline. The second one on Muller was, of course, a very poor call. Muller really did not do anything to Kieran Trippier. Now this third one, while it was certainly a foul on Lodi, it was one of his first, I think, and maybe a bit harsh to give him a yellow card for that one. So Michael Oliver seeming a little bit jumpy with the yellow card here. So now the throw-in has come out here for Bayern Munich. 2 minutes remaining here in the first half, and I was just talking about the managers and their team talks at halftime, as here's a poor pass from Kimmich, is picked off by Suarez with his head. Now João Felix trying to backheel it for Luis Suarez, but the two players miscommunicating there. And now a yellow card over to the side of Koke. We'll take a look at the replay here. And once again, I can't see what's wrong with Koke's challenge there. He slides in there in a 50-50. He gets his foot around the ball first. He ends up clipping the foot of Kimmich when Kimmich comes through, but there's really not a lot wrong with that challenge. And to give him a yellow card for that is very surprising. Not sure why Oliver is so trigger happy with the yellow cards today, but I feel that every single one of them. Here's a good cross in from Muller. Header at the back post by Lewandowski, but he, very surprisingly here, Lewandowski does not get the proper contact onto that header. I don't know if he didn't think that was going to get over the head of Kieran Trippier, but usually a striker of Lewandowski's quality is always assuming the ball will arrive to them. You can see here, he just heads it straight down. He just completely mishits that one. So another good opportunity here for Bayern Munich goes wasted. And this one by their most prolific goal scorer and the most prolific striker really in European football, Robert Lewandowski, this time around. And as we were mentioning here, just some strange yellow card calls from Oliver, and he's going to the book again here. He's going to yellow card Hector Herrera here. As we can see, 1 minute of stoppage time has been awarded here. I'll take a look at the replay for this Herrera foul, but I have to say, I think that every yellow card that Oliver has delivered today could have easily not been a yellow card. And a couple of them were not fouls. Let's see. There's just nothing there. Herrera sticks his arm out to try to hold out Kimmich. he ends up with his hand making contact with the face of Joshua Kimmich and just gets a yellow card. Spurs, I think, I'm not sure if you saw the first one, but first goal was a beautiful ball over the top by Joshua Kimmich. He lofted it over the head of Kieran Trippier into the path of Kingsley Coman, who brought it down on his left perfectly. One touch, settled it onto his right foot, and then slotted home into the right-hand corner. And then about 6 minutes later, a turnover by Hector Herrera in midfield was picked off by Lewandowski. He dribbled it forward and slotted it into Coman, who found Goretzka on the right-hand side of the box, and Goretzka rocketed it home on the half volley. So that will actually do it for the first half here. So Bayern Munich going to go in at halftime up 2-0 here, courtesy initially of Kingsley Coman with a beautiful assist by Joshua Kimmich. And then the second one, an assist from Coman into the feet of Leon Goretzka, who powered it home on the half volley. But it'll be interesting to see what the managers have to say at half. I think Hans-Dieter Flick can be pretty happy with how ruthless his team have been in this half, but we'll see what Diego Simeone has to say and has to do in this second half. He was set up to defend, and now will have to come back from 2 goals down. So once again, Bayern Munich going into halftime, 2 up against Atletico Madrid. We will see you after these commercial messages. Oh, no problem, Spurs. I just hope you're enjoying the cast or whatever match you're watching. Actually, I can keep commentating because we shifted over to Man City Porto for like a minute and a half here, so might as well. It's 1-1 right now. I'll actually drop this down. Yep. Cool. We get some bonus. Nice. There's Kyle Walker. This one shifted over towards Eric Garcia. This one clipped forward but blocked here. Porto now with it. Good ball out to the left here. Sanusi moving forward here, trying to get around Kyle Walker, but does very well there. Knocks it away. Now moving forward, Riyad Mahrez. Looking for the right option. We'll play it in field here. This one attempted to be played forward by Gundogan, but it's blocked by a couple Porto defenders. Now moves back up to Sanusi. Just a couple seconds left. Here's Luis Diaz shifting this one over the header there. Just getting a little bit under that one was Garcia, and it will sail over the crossbar. Here is the replay of it. Diaz cutting inside of Kyle Walker there. It's a good cross in, but just a little bit too high for his teammate Garcia there. And this one should wrap up here as we're just about to reach the 3 minutes of allotted stoppage time, and there we go. But yeah, so we were talking about Bayern Munich and Atletico. It's 2-0 for Bayern, and that's going to be problematic for Simeone. He set up in a 4-4-2. He wanted to defend. They gave up a goal, and they gave up another one now. You know, Atletico's the kind of team that's come back from one goal several times before. You know, you go in 1-0 down, you can probably say, like, you know, it's all right, guys. Like, we gave up a tough goal we gave up. It was a good goal from them. But let's just, like, come back. We'll get it together. Once we tie the game, we can go on and win it, right? That's probably the team talk. When you're down 2-0, set up in a 4-4-2, and you haven't had, like, any chances, and you were set up to defend from the off and, like, get a draw or a cheeky win, now your halftime talk's a little tougher. So we'll see what Simeone has, but Simeone, not exactly the kind of manager that has a attacking plan B. I think Spurs, you kind of talked about this a couple yesterday with Pochettino. You know, one of the criticisms about him is he doesn't really have a plan B. And I would say Simeone has some like extra plans on defense, but rarely does he have a good plan for when his team is trailing by a couple goals. So interesting to see what he can come up with. I'm going to take a short break here. I'm going to go grab some extra water and maybe get a couple of carrots, and I will be right back. But thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. We'll be right back with more Bayern Atletico. Before I leave, Swanky, if you're still in the chat, what's going on in the Liverpool game? Not sure if you were able to tune into that one. I can take a look too. Or I guess the Ajax game. Let's see, we got 1-0 Liverpool. Nicholas Tagliafico own goal. Poor Nicholas. What a tragedy. 6 shots from Liverpool, 2 shots on target, 57% possession. Okay. Fairly standard match there. Interesting. Okay. Well, once again, I'll take a short break here. I will be right back with you guys. Thanks again for tuning in. Okay, I actually just saw the Nicholas Tagliafico own goal, and that is ugly. Holy crap. Oh, no. I actually went and talked to my my roommate who's a Liverpool fan and was asking him how the first half went. And he was like, not a great first half, pretty boring. And I was like, what happened on the OGs? Like, oh, like bad shot from Mane and then a bad touch from Tagliafico. And like, I just figured it was like a deflection, but it's like actually a bad touch by Tagliafico. Wowzers. Wow, this is the first Southwest commercial I've seen in like a long time. What? Oh, no crap. I did it again. Oh, Why do I do this to myself? Okay, hold on, guys. I need to fix this. I need to fix this. Which one did I lose? Lost this one, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, not that one. When I minimize my window capture, it always does this. I'll just move it here for now while I fix this up. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. Whenever I minimize my my window captures, it literally always does this. It always just like, it never comes back. It disappears off my stream and I can never get it back. I have to like redo the whole thing. It's really obnoxious. Ugh. Okay, we're almost there. All right, we made it, guys. Whew. I hate that so much. I haven't made that mistake in quite a while, but yeah, I stream video games sometimes. You've seen me stream Genshin, haven't you, Young Bolus? I've done 2 Genshin Impact streams, and then I've done 2 League of Legends streams. I'm pretty bad at League of Legends though, so it's maybe not super worth watching me. But I know you're trying to generate interest, but you're also the only one in the you're also the only one watching right now. I appreciate the effort. I'll bring it up when it's the right time. But the crowds are typically a little different, which is all right. Oh, that's a little too far. Okay. Oh, a little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. Oops, still a little bit more. Yeah, there definitely are. I've mentioned it before, but I'd have to kind of like explain the whole, like everything else that I do. Does it now? What's it about? Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, like if you want to do that at some point when there are more viewers, yeah, for sure. Talking to, like, actually talking to patients, or you're like learning how to talk to patients about substance abuse. Learning to ask the question. Okay, got you. Yeah. Can you can you talk to me about why I like beer so much? Is it because of the German blood of my ancestors? I am 75% German, by the way. Well, not like pure, like not like exactly 75%, but I'm about like 3/4 German. Yes, indeed. I do think it is fabulous. Yeah, I guess so. Although I would say I feel like people that do have that kind of issue would kind of feel like anyone's judging them, potentially. You know what I mean? Not really sure how the psychology behind it works, though. But okay, we are about to wrap up halftime here. So let me give a little bit of a around the horn of what's going on in the Champions League before we get back into the match. Once again, Bayern Munich up 2-0 here. Yeah, nobody really does. So earlier on in the day, we had Real Madrid actually falling 3-2 to Shakhtar Donetsk in their match. Some pretty decent goals actually too. So I highly recommend checking out the highlights of the full match between Madrid and Shakhtar. RB Salzburg and Lokomotiv drew 2-2. And actually, wow, we are right back into the game. So thank you, commercial breaks. Good Lord. All right, so we have just started again, and CBS has decided that commercials are more important than the soccer match, at least for the first minute. So we're going to hop right back into this one. We don't even have the announcers back yet. This is nuts. They're literally showing the game. Their announcers aren't even like ready to go yet. I can't believe this. Here they are. Okay, finally. All right, this one shifted out by Atletico Madrid. Crossed into the box here. Good header by Sula. Here's João Felix, and he scores right away at the start of the half. João Felix puts that one past Manuel Neuer, and I'm not sure if this squirts under Neuer's leg or if it squirts by him, but a very uncharacteristic error there by Manuel Neuer. The shot from João Felix. Oh, wait. The offsides flag is up. Let's take a look at the replay here as Atletico restart this one. It's Llorente moves this one out to Trippier. His cross is headed to the top of the box by Shula. There are two players offsides for Atletico, and it's claimed that Luis Suarez is adjudged to have disrupted the view there of Manuel Neuer as that shot from João Felix comes in. Hey, what's up, SSB Mix? How you doing? We'll take a look at it one more time as Shula. This one comes off his back, actually. It's a good strike by João Felix for sure. It comes straight at Neuer. There is, Luis Suarez is kind of standing straight in his path. And it just does escape the vision of Neuer there as it tucks under his hands. And it will stand as an offsides here. So offsides called against Luis Suarez, and Atletico's lifeline back into the match there so early on is now taken away by the VAR review. And here's Shula once again now. Up to Pavard. Pavard back to Neuer. He will clear this one away. Dia, you can use more than like 4 emotes now, by the way. I think I set it to like 30. So if you really want to go like ham, you can go for it. Here's Kingsley Coman trying to find Thomas Muller at the back post. Here's Goretzka shooting again. This one blocked at the top of the box and will be cleared away by a host of Atletico defending players. And Suarez once again caught offsides here. Not sure about that one, but so I've heard. There you go. There's all your emotes. Here is Quarantine Tolisso. That one taken away by Atletico. It's Llorente trying to keep it in play. He will, but it ends up at the feet of Kingsley Coman, who's blocked off there by Savic. A judge that the ball went a little bit too far to be a foul. Now that one I probably believe. That one I believe. It's a good slide here from Alaba, but it comes to João Felix. Has Luis Suarez on his right. He'll play Luis Suarez into the box, but great defending here by Lucas Hernandez. Will poke it away from the feet of Luis Suarez, and Pavard completes the clearance there. Good last-ditch defending by the outside backs of Bayern Munich here. As you can see, once again, Luis Suarez takes his touch, but Hernandez quickly in there to knock that one away. And Hernandez has ended up on the ground here. Not exactly sure what he's injured. It looks like he can go on here. Has not come off the pitch. And this pass now for Carrasco is initially intercepted by Shula, but good fighting from Carrasco. Has won it back. He crosses this one to the back post. Headed away there by Tolisso. Sorry, that is Hernandez. And now Coman trying to pressure Trippier. Trippier trying to launch it in behind Hernandez. Will do so. It's Hector Herrera in the Bayern box. Crosses this one back, but well read by Kimmich. And I'm getting a call. I need to take this. Sorry. Very sorry. Okay, guys, really sorry about that. I rarely get fire alarm calls from my work, and I had finished everything I needed to do today before I started streaming. So it turns out there was a mistake in on another end that I now need to fix. So apologize for that interruption here. I'll get back into commentating. I am going to kind of have to multitask a little bit here, but it should be all right. It's not too much of a hassle. So this one's out for a throw-in to Bayern Munich on the near touchline here. Flicked on well for Muller. Now it's into Lewandowski. He's going to shift this one out wide for Lucas Hernandez. Hernandez pushing forward. Here's Coman. Back to Kimmich. Pavard. Muller. Bayern just playing this one around, very composed in possession here. Happy to wait for the right opportunity. Again, leading by 2-0 here in the 53rd minute. Good interception here by Trippier, though. Llorente on the run. Luis Suarez trying to pick him out, but that one a little bit too lofted. Initially, a tricky clearance there for Alaba, but eventually Bayern defense is able to settle that one down, and they have it back at their feet once again. Again, now Bayern up the far touchline here. Trying to move this one forward. It's switched for Tolisso. There's a lot of room here to work for Tolisso and Pavard. He'll pick out Pavard on the right here. Pavard clipping this one in. Top of the box. Here is Muller. Good defending here at the last chance for Atletico Madrid. They will clear that one away through Trippier. It's collected well by Suarez. Now Llorente coming around here. How long were you guys planning on playing? Because I was thinking about doing my early voting today downtown. So clipped cross in here from the left, but that one easily into the hands of Manuel Neuer. He'll roll this one out. Driving forward now is Thomas Muller on the left-hand side. He'll find Coman once again. Coman with a lot of defenders around him looking for an option here. We'll go back to Tolisso. Goretzka. Bayern patiently playing this one between their midfielders. Now it's back up to Coman. In behind for Hernandez. He'll cut it back. Gets past one challenge. Muller did not get past the second. Moving it away now is Carrasco. But Koke has it taken off of him now. There's an opportunity for Bayern. Here's Lewandowski setting himself, clipping this one in behind for Coman. Oh, Coman just can't bring that one under control. And almost an excellent opportunity there for Bayern Munich. Yeah, good pick out by Lewandowski, but that one just sits up a little bit too long there for Coman, and he can't bring it under control like he did for the opening goal of this game. So Oblak starting this one again. We'll launch it long. Header won by Kimmich. Muller battling with Lodi here for possession. He will win possession, but Lodi's sliding challenge there will knock it away, but only for a Bayern throw-in. Kimmich switching play here. Over to Hernandez. Hernandez shifts it up the pitch. So I'm going to come back into Goretzka. Now Kimmich. This one outside here to Muller. Has the overlap from Pavard. We'll look inside instead. Bayern still passing patiently here. Very confident in possession. Atletico also still not really willing to pressure them that high up the pitch. You can see Joao Felix here and Luis Suarez, the highest two players, but really still sitting within their own half, allowing Bayern to push in here. Here's Coman now, cutting this one back against Trippier. Crossing in with the right foot. That one headed away by Felipe. Comes out to Tolisso. He'll clip this one over to the right-hand side. It's collected, brought down by Muller. Muller into the box. Kimmich, Muller. Good touch here for Muller. He's on the touchline. And he's adjudged to be offsides in the build-up there. And he is clearly offside here in the build-up. So, good call by the assistant referee. Play will resume here. Through Jan Oblak. Bayern moving this one through their midfield. Now good combination play. Here's Tolisso. Has the run of Pavard on his right. Has the run of Coman on the left. It's Pavard crossing this one in. It comes off of Lodi and will go out for a corner kick. Excuse me. So Bayern putting the pressure back on here. It's Muller standing over this corner kick. Kimmich comes over to fake the short corner. It comes into the box. It's headed away at the near post. Comes out here to Hernandez. Hernandez into the box. Outside of the foot, cross to the back post. Headed away by Lottie. Excellent defending there by the left back. Absolutely beautiful outside of the foot cross here from Pavard. It's in a super dangerous area. Just a little bit too far away from Oblak for him to come off his line safely. But Lottie does a nice job to clear away the danger there. Kimmich now from the corner. This one headed away at the back post. Hernandez clipping it back in. He's going towards the back post once again. Headed back by Pavard. Here's an attempt for a shot. It's a shot by Muller, but he skews it horribly. Does not get the contact he wants and doesn't even get that shot on goal. It actually dribbles all the way out for a throw in here. The angle is a little bit tough for Muller. It's definitely a tight one as Pavard heads that one across the box, but yeah, he just hits it with the outside of his foot there and it comes all the way out for a throw in. Here's the initial throw from Atletico. They're able to keep it here on the near touchline. Carrasco forced back. Trippier there robbed of possession as he tries to pass someone up the field for Llorente. It's Carrasco now driving into the box. Here's Lottie. Good chance to cross, but Pavard, early sliding challenge there as he's anticipating the cross and will block that one behind for a corner kick. It will be Atletico's fourth corner of the match as we have just crested the hour mark here. Will be Carrasco standing over this one. Here is Carrasco. Crossing this one in. It's going to come into the near post. Headed away there by Tolisso. Half cleared here. Coming in back towards the back post, but that one a little overhit for the onrushing Felipe, and it will go behind for a goal kick. So Bayern still leading 2-0 here. So we crest 62 minutes, can come away with this one, and they will start from the goal kick. It's Pavard bringing this one up very slowly. João Felix not even bothering to pressure this one. Now it comes back to Pavard. Good touch inside, will be hacked down by Carrasco. Easy foul there. Again, I do apologize. For any of you who missed it, I got a call from work, and I had finished my work beforehand, but there was a bit of a mistake on another side of things, so I gotta clean it up right now. Thoughts on Felix? He's a great player on the wrong team. Here's a ball in behind here from Lewandowski. Muller will get on top of it. This one crossed in, headed away at the near post by Lottie. What, that I said it right before you put it in chat? Oh no, the multitasking thing. Yeah, sorry. Here's Kimmich trying to play it in behind for Coman. This ball kind of bounces between Kimmich and Koke. Koke still harrying Joshua Kimmich. The two number 6s there going at it. Now Hernandez. Tolisso. Back to Kimmich. Shula looking upfield here. Picks out Coman. Now back across the box here. Kimmich sees the run from the far post from Hernandez, but cannot successfully pick him out there. João Felix now. Here comes Atletico. A lot of white, yellow shirts up the field. Good ball here for Carrasco. He takes a touch, gets it on his left. He shoots, and it goes wide. Best chance of the match here for Atletico Madrid on the counterattack, and Carrasco is the one who squanders it here. As you can see, Felix, an excellent turn, gets around Pavard there in midfield. He picks the right pass to Carrasco, but that one needs to be hit first time. Carrasco takes a touch, and by that time, Shula has gotten there to put pressure, to force him a little bit wider. It forces him onto his left foot, and he cannot get the shot on target. That has to be hit first time there. João Felix has played the perfect pass there for Carrasco. He's drawn in the defense and not the opportunity not taken there by Carrasco, unfortunately. And here's a foul onto Savic as down on the edge of the box is Tolisso. And for some reason, it looks like Michael Oliver not going to reach into his pocketbook this time around. We talked in the first half about there were 5 yellow cards issued in the first half, and in my opinion, every single one of them could have been basically let go or been simple fouls. I think all 5 yellow cards were either bad calls or right on the border, and he's been very trigger happy this game, so a little surprising to not see him go to his pocketbook this time around. Here is the ensuing free kick. Kimmich taking a shot here from the top of the box. That one blocked. Away by Lodi. Second shot here. Oh, what a goal! Quarantine Tolisso from 30 yards out into the upper 90. It's an absolute firecracker from the Bayern Munich midfielder. It's 3-0 Bayern Munich. What an incredible goal here from Quarantine Tolisso. Absolutely puts everything through this one as it bounces out to him, takes a touch. It's a 30-yard strike, and he absolutely rockets this into the upper 90. There is nothing that Jan Oblak can do about this. This is a world-class strike, a world-class goal here. Absolutely stunning from Quarantine Tolisso. What an incredible strike here from Quarantine Tolisso. Bayern Munich now with a rousing and deserved 3-0 lead here over Atletico Madrid as we head into the 66th minute of play. Goals provided by Kingsley Coman and Leon Goretzka. Now Quarantine Tolisso. And just an excellent performance. Bayern have been ruthless here today. They have generated a decent amount of chances, haven't generated that many clear-cut chances, but have been absolutely ruthless with the ones they have gotten. Glad to hear it, young Bolus. Just for curiosity's sake, how did that do? Did that like bust out the mics at all? Because I screamed that like as loud as I could. So I'm just interested to hear if my like filter on my mic is like doing its job. Here is Carrasco now. Back to Koke. Atletico Madrid now trailing. Okay, that's good to hear. Really good to hear. I dig that. That makes me happy. Makes me think it was a good purchase. Here's Jan Oblak now sending this one out to the left-hand side. It's going to be collected by Lodi. Like bad raspy or like good raspy? Like bad raspy. Ah, okay, shit. Okay, I'll have to take a look at that. I'll watch it on replay after this is done. I'm interested to see when I get loud what effect it has on the mic. Okay. Yeah, because I have this filter there for a reason. Anyway, here's Atletico Madrid back in possession here. This one slid out towards the right-hand side, lofted up towards Luis Suarez. Joao Felix going to bring it down here. He's being harried by Kimmich, but no foul called as Lodi now with a chance here on the left side of the box. His shot is blocked by Pavard. I mean, yeah, I think the description's all good. I just want to, I want to make sure the equipment isn't going to, is doing its job, basically. It's like why you buy it, right? So I know it can cover that, that's why the filter's here in front. I know the mic can, handle that, but it just means I may need to play with my decibels or the distance from the mic, but it's good stuff to keep in mind. Here's the short corner here taken from Atletico Madrid. Carrasco moving this one in towards the back post. Deflected there at the back post by Alaba. It's actually being picked up by Neuer. Doesn't look like it's going to be a call there for a pass. I think that would be a bit ridiculous. As Alaba now moving up the left-hand side. Goretzka driving forward. The game really opening up here as Atletico, I think, have sort of given up the ghost a little bit, recognizing the enormity of the task in front of them, trailing 3-0 here as we reach 70 minutes, just 20 minutes left to play. Cross in here from Bayern, but that one way too high for Tolisso, will be collected by Jan Oblak. Good tackle here by Goretzka. Will take this one off of Felix. Muller picks it up, but his pass to Hernandez is poor. Shifted out to the right here. Trippier back to Savic. Lodi once again. Atletico trying to find something to get a grip into this match. João Felix tries a back heel there to spring Carrasco, but can't do it. And now Kingsley Coman running in behind, has one defender in front of him, cuts back onto his left, takes a touch, back onto his right. He's beating the defender. He's in the box. He's shooting, and he's scoring! 4-0 to Bayern Munich. It's an absolutely resounding result, and Kingsley Coman at it again, running in behind, dicing up a couple of defenders and finishing coolly into the bottom left corner. Bayern Munich have absolutely run away with this one. It's an ultra efficient performance that we have come to know and love from this German side. And here is the replay as we see Muller sees the run of Coman here on the right side. Coman with one defender in front of him. He cuts inside of Felipe, cuts back outside of him, beats him, all ends up. Koke can't put in a challenge. As he's coming in behind him, you can see Koke doesn't want to commit a penalty or doesn't stick a challenge in, and Coman able to stick that one into the bottom left corner with his right foot. Excellent finish from him, excellent run, and a deserved second goal for Kingsley Coman. He has been absolutely fantastic today. Okay, yeah, I tried not to yell on that one. I'm going to listen to it afterwards. I'm interested actually in hearing what it sounds like. But a substitution here made by Bayern Munich as Sarr and Costa will come on here. So Douglas Costa comes on. Kingsley Coman, that goal will be his last contribution of the match as he'll be replaced by Douglas Costa there. Atletico now with it once again. There's a header at the back post by Lodi. Out comes Neuer to catch this one. Does very well there. Nope, there's a second viewer. Not sure who it is. Bayern will move this one away. And now if you're Atletico Madrid with 16 minutes remaining in this one, you just got to try to keep a brave face on. Try to put forward some effort. See if you can get a goal back. Help yourself with goal differential, because at this point, you know you cannot come back in this match. Bayern have been much too strong today, defensively, offensively. You need to be looking towards the future and try to get something, any sort of positive portion out of this match as Hernandez holds off Suarez well there, drives forward, connects with Goretzka, then has to jump clear. Bit of a karate kick clearance there from Hernandez as this one bouncing around now. Eventually settled by Atletico Madrid. It's Savic on the far touchline. He'll look for Llorente. Llorente pushing forward. Gets a cross in here, but that one a little bit too deep. It's going to be cleared away at the back post by the newly introduced Sarr. Pavard was sacrificed for him, so bonus Sarr on for Benjamin Pavard. His first effort there will go out for a corner kick, and it will be Carrasco over this one once again. João Felix leaving it for Carrasco. Out to the top of the box here is Koke. Over to the right. Trippier, poor cross here. It's way too low. Goretzka easily cleared. It's back out to Carrasco. Koke, deep now. Sailing this one out to the right, but there's nobody running onto this one, and it will dribble out harmlessly for a goal kick. So still 15 minutes to go here for Atletico Madrid, who have been absolutely demolished here today by Bayern Munich. Angel Correa going to come on here for Luis Suarez. Another substitution has been made here by Atletico. Not sure exactly who the second one is. We'll get a look here. Will be Vitolo coming on for Yannick Carrasco, who has done a lot of running here today, has been the main counter-attacking option for Atletico Madrid, but his influence on the match certainly waning in the second half as Bayern started to put their foots down on the throat of Atletico Madrid. It's a long one from Neuer trying to pick up Tolisso. Defended well enough here by Felipe. It's back to Oblak. He'll clear this one long up the line. Collected by Atletico. It's a good ball in behind for Hector Herrera, but look at how far Neuer is off his line. The original sweeper keeper coming out here to knock that one away. Joao Felix trying to get on top of this one. He'll knock it up the line very well. He's around Sarr. Gets inside of Goretzka, but Sarr comes back to win that one off him. It's fallen to the feet of Vitolo. Correa now. Koke. Hector Herrera clipping this one in behind, but that's just it's asking a lot of his teammate. Llorente there, and now Douglas Costa has it on the far side. It has just dribbled out for a throw-in to Atletico Madrid. Trippier, throw this one in. Tolisso getting fouled here in the midfield. Will be a free kick over to Bayern Munich. Again, if you are Atletico Madrid, you just got to try to find a goal. Try to find something in these last 14 minutes to get a positive out of this match. And if you're Bayern, you're just looking to cleanly finish this one out. You've done all your damage, scored all your goals. The goal differential hugely in your favor now with this 4-0 lead. If you can just be clean to end this match, it'll be such a fantastic start to the Champions League for the holders. This good defending here by Alaba will force Vitolo off of that cross from Joao Felix. Neuer will collect and throw it out to Lucas Hernandez. Good cut in here by Douglas Costa. He'll look inside for Goretzka. Goretzka out to Sarr. In behind here, a little bit overplayed for Muller, but he's able to keep it in play. Comes back for Sarr. Inside now, good 1-2 with Douglas Costa. Sarr and Costa doing well to keep possession. Muller there to support them. Comes around to Kimmich. Alaba clipping this one into the box. Headed away initially by Lotti. Vitolo's there to collect possession. Vitolo has gotten away with this one. Will come away with it. Looks inside. Good tackling here by Goretzka, but a better turn from Herrera. He'll keep possession here. Shifts it out to Trippier. He looks up the line here. Calls for offsides, but play will continue as Llorente driving into the box. Now great challenge here from Lucas Hernandez. Excellent sliding challenge. Something we saw a lot from Aaron Wan-Bissaka yesterday, and it's just poked that one off of Llorente's feet at the critical moment. A couple more substitutions being readied here. We can see... oh God, why have I forgotten his name? It'll come to me in a second. Thomas Lemar getting ready to come on here. Llorente will be sacrificed. So Thomas Lemar is on for Marcos Llorente. Koke will also be withdrawn here in favor of Lucas Torreira. So a former Arsenal man and a former Arsenal target coming on here for Atletico Madrid. as part of the cleanup squad. Again, just 10 minutes remaining in this one, and no way back here for Atletico Madrid, trailing 4-0. One scored, 2 by Kingsley Coman, 1 by Leon Goretzka, and 1 by Corentin Tolisso, the last of which by Tolisso there. An absolute world-class strike. A 30-yard bullet into the upper right corner of the net. Here's a beautiful nutmeg on the far touchline by Lucas Hernandez. Cheekily done there from the left back, who's had an excellent performance here today, as have most of the Bayern Munich players. Saar now inside to Goretzka. Clips this one up to Muller. He'll find Saar. Bayern just going to shift this one around. Couple of substitutions being prepared here for Bayern Munich. We can see Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting, recently acquired from the likes of PSG, the team that they beat in the Champions League final, and the scorer of that famous last gasp goal to advance PSG out of the cursed quarterfinals. Bayern still just keeping possession here. It's out with Alaba. So 3 substitutions actually being prepared here for Bayern Munich, and Lewandowski going goalless today, surprisingly, and his team picking him up will come off here for Choupo-Moting. Alphonso Davies going to be given a run out here, as well as Javi Martinez, who will come on for Goretzka. So Davies will come on for Muller and will actually play in advance of Lucas Hernandez at left midfield. So Davies on here for Muller. Javi Martinez coming on for Leon Goretzka, and Robert Lewandowski withdrawn for the likes of Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting, as Neuer dumped a little unceremoniously to the ground there as he cleared this one away by Lucas Torreira. Atletico have 1 possession back here. 82 minutes now, ticking over to 83 minutes on the clock. So 7 minutes remaining in this nightmare start to the Champions League for Atletico Madrid. Still going to see if they can get 1 goal back. Good ball out here from Lamar. Lottie looking across the box. Good defending once again by Schula. The second clearance actually going straight up in the air, and Neuer trying to go up for it. Has to contest an Atletico player. It will go out for a goal kick. A little bit fortunate there. Our Bayern, as that clearance went right into the danger area in front of Neuer's goal. You can see Vitolo here trying to sort of run a little bit of a screen here to keep Neuer from getting onto that ball. Correa sitting behind him. But does go out for a goal kick, and just seems like it's not in the cards here for Atletico to score a goal today. They've certainly been second best to everything. The couple of chances that they have had have either been wasted by their players or had unfortunate breaks not go their way. A turn here at the top of the box and a foul going to be committed by David Alaba. Remember, he is on a yellow card. It's a little bit angry at the referee here. Does need to make sure he doesn't get any further action. So a chance here for Atletico Madrid, and I have finished the updates I needed to. Hoorah. Just in time. Three Bayern Munich players going to be in the wall here. A little bit of a gap in the wall allowed with two Atletico players there to disrupt the vision of Manuel Neuer. Joao Felix, Thomas Lemar standing over this one. It will be Felix. And getting a little bit underneath that one. Curls it over the top of the crossbar. Unable to convert that one. There's the pass out from Bayern Munich. That one intercepted. Atletico coming again. Thomas Lemar cutting back. Dancing around the right-hand side of the 18-yard box. This one crossed in, headed partially away by Kimmich. Clearance completed by Alphonso Davies. Here's Choupo-Moting chasing this one down. Good pressure there from the striker. Douglas Costa able to bring this one away. He'll shift it over to Tolisso. Back to Sarr. He'll find Neuer. Shifting it onto his left foot. Neuer will clear this one with his left foot. Beautiful clearance there from Manuel Neuer. Header won by Choupo-Moting, but it's down for Torreira. He'll shift this one over to Hector Herrera. Lemar. Now into the feet of Torreira. Gnabry actually just found out tested positive yesterday for COVID. That is why he is not in the starting lineup today. But fortunately for Bayern Munich, they ended up not needing him here today. Very efficient, very ruthless with their chances. 2 goals from Kingsley Coman, a goal from Corentin Tolisso, and a goal from Leon Goretzka, giving Bayern this 4-0 lead. Good defending here from Alaba. Will move this one up. Brought to the ground is Davies. He'll receive a free kick there. 86 minutes on the clock. Just a couple minutes remaining here, and the nightmare can finally end for Atletico Madrid, and Bayern Munich can trot out convincing winners here at home. Meanwhile, here's Vitolo. Poor pass here is picked off by Javi Martinez. Good move here by Douglas Costa. Sarr back to Neuer. This one going to be cleared away first time. Looking for Costa. Almost picks him out, but that one runs just a little bit too long for the Brazilian. It will come back out to Vitolo. Here's Lotti driving forward. Has a good angle here. Good crossing behind, and an excellent clearance by David Alaba will put that one behind. So 5th corner of the match here for Atletico Madrid. Have not been able to be very dangerous from these set-piece opportunities. Lemar will be on this one now with Koke withdrawn from the match, as well as Carrasco. Here's Thomas Lemar clipping this one in. Very poor corner kick. Doesn't even force a header out of Corentin Tolisso. Actually brings it down on his chest before clearing it away. Lotti now crossing this one into the back post. A little bit of a shove in the back there from Felipe. Will draw the foul. The follow-up strike there, despite after the foul call. Actually a brilliant strike on the volley from, I believe, Vitolo, but Neuer decided to save it with a scorpion kick. If anyone saw that one, obviously would not have counted if it went in, but Neuer having a little bit of fun. It's, again, his team running away with this one, 4-0 up, and have been since about the 75th minute here as we are approaching the end of regulation. Normally would anticipate a decent 2 or 3 minutes of stoppage time, but may keep it a little bit short. It often happens when games like these are blowouts, as Joao Felix taking a shot here from about 25, but mishits that one. He ends up getting too much of a drive, doesn't get any curl on it, and it goes well wide of the right-hand post. Alaba. Back to Alaba. He's going to be forced to clear this one by pressure from Correa. Be brought down by Herrera. He's driving inside, looking for the feet of Vitolo. Vitolo trying to dance through some challenges. He Gets it away. Sula with a good sliding challenge there on Lottie. It's collected here by Torreira. Goes all the way back here to Felipe. He'll cross this one over to the right-hand side. This one well read by an on-rushing Lucas Hernandez, and will be headed away. Just 20 seconds left in regulation as we are close to reaching the end of this one. Pass forward here into the path of Correa. Rides one challenge. Almost rides a second as it looked like Alba kind of slipped, but does just enough there to knock it away from the Atletico Madrid striker. Neuer will pick this one up as we have 2 minutes of stoppage time allotted. It's actually a free kick here called as a bit of a clip on the first challenge that Correa rode there. As we take a look at the replay area, you can see a little bit of contact here coming in from Hernandez, and that does allow Alaba to slide in here and complete the tackle. So good call from the referee. And it will be last chance saloon here for Atletico Madrid. Ooh. So we see a replay here showing a ball coming off the hand of Sarr in the last play. And here's the free kick from Atletico actually taken quickly. It's headed away here. Torreira now shifting it out wide. Here's Lamar. That one escapes him, and Bayern can come away with it. Shifted it into the path of Douglas Costa. He looks wide for Tolisso, who is body checked here by Torreira. And Torreira going to pick himself up a yellow card, and there is a familiar sight. Lucas Torreira and a yellow card, never really too far away from one another as he breaks up this counterattack with a pretty solid body check there on Tolisso. Claiming to the referee that it is his first tackle, but it's a fairly cynical one and also breaks up the counterattack. So a pretty easy yellow card decision here from the referee, and just like the jersey he's wearing, Lucas Torreira will find himself with some extra yellow as he goes into the book. 30 seconds remaining in this one. Bayern, I'm sure, will just keep possession, play this one out as a couple of Atletico Madrid players trying to put some pressure on Neuer. He'll launch this one forward. A poor clearance there, but it's headed the rest of the way by Hernandez. Brought down here for Lamar. And the referee will put the whistle to his mouth and blow for full time here, and that will do it for us. An absolutely rousing win here for Bayern Munich over Atletico Madrid. Dominant and in control from the opening whistle, scoring first through Kingsley Coman via an assist from Joshua Kimmich, followed up by an assist from Coman to Goretzka, and once it was 2-0 going into half, it seemed as if the game had gotten away from Atletico. They had a chance at the beginning of the second half that was called back for offsides on Luis Suarez as it rolled past Neuer, and after that it was all Bayern Munich taking this one home with a scoreline of 4-0, rounded out by a goal from Tolisso and another one from Kingsley Coman. So that'll do it for our coverage of Bayern and Atletico here. It looks like there are 5 minutes of stoppage time in the Liverpool match here, so we'll continue along with that. And then we can go through some of the player ratings for the Bayern match. But might as well if we've got enough time here. It still is a close match here, and a lot of players missing for Liverpool, so we do see some new names here as Reece Williams going to be coming on for James Milner here as we get into the second minute of stoppage time. Curtis Jones receiving a start here as well. You can see Takumi Minamino there with the ball as this one shifted away from the Ajax box. Andy Robertson tries to clip this one up the line to Minamino apply some pressure. It will come off Minamino for a throw. Bonus coverage here, guys. Bonus coverage. Masrao will throw this one in. That's a bit of a high kick there. Referee allows play to go on as the Ajax goalkeeper has collected this one. Knocks it very long here as we're getting into the third minute of stoppage times. Just a couple minutes left for Ajax to try to get something back here. Good header away by Joe Gomez. Reece Williams slotting into that defensive end. Here's a good run from Wijnaldum, and he's actually going to get body checked here in midfield. The referee actually not offering any sympathy. It looked like a fairly clear foul from my vantage point, but play will go on here. Robertson going to win this header on the left-hand side. He'll keep this one in play. Has one person in the middle here for support. And he gets knocked down here by Masrau. Dribble forward for Jota. A lot of challenges thrown in here by Ajax. Eventually, one of them is called for the foul. There will be a caution here. For Pranas. Thank you for tuning in, buddy. Have a good one. And text me about soccer. Henderson standing over this one. Pushes it wide to Jota. Back into Minamino. Jota clipping it in behind for Minamino. Here's Minamino driving into the box. Here's the cross. It's sitting around the top of the box and finally cleared away by Ajax. So it'll be moved out to the right-hand side. Knocked very long here, header one. But second ball won by Robertson. Reece Williams back up for this one. Trying to fight for it. Will clear it away. Will come all the way back to the goalkeeper and knocked very long here. Henderson winning the header. Takumi Minamino trying to bring it down. Masrau will knock that one away from him. Here's Ajax out on the left-hand side here. Cross in here, comes into the center. Out comes Adrian. It's left for him, and that one, oh, decent chance there. But it sailed over the crossbar a little bit too much on that one. You can see Adrian comes out here. He leaves this one for the Ajax player here. And Erlingkamp cannot get that one down. There's a lot of bodies in the way, but a really excellent chance for him that is not taken. Adrian, now 20 seconds remaining in stoppage time here, will go long. Header initially won by Erlingkamp. Second one won by Williams. Good energy here from Curtis Jones, and Alexander Arnold will just knock it to the corner. We'll stay in play here for Masrau. He'll knock it inside, but we have reached the end of stoppage time here. Referee has his whistle in his mouth, and that will do it. Liverpool will come away with a 1-0 win to start their Champions League run here. So yeah, let's go through some player ratings again. Bayern Munich absolutely on top from start to finish in this match. They truly were extremely efficient with their chances, and we'll start with the Atletico side. I think Oblak, I don't know why it's a 4-5. I think you give him a 5. There really wasn't much you could do about any of the goals. Coman's first was probably the most savable, but was still tucked away in the corner. The second was deflected slightly. The third was an absolute rocket in the fourth. There was nothing he could do. His defenders got torched, so it's really not his fault that those four go past him. I give him a 5 or a 5-5. Trippier, not a 5-5-5. Stefan Savic, 4-5. Yep. Felipe, probably a 4-5. You can't be a center back pairing responsible for 4 goals and come away clean. They didn't. Their whole job was to defend, sit in blocks. They weren't very organized. They gave away 4 goals. They didn't do anything on offense. Lottie was the best of the defensive defensive 4 for sure. He did get caught up for the last goal for Coman, but he was the most dangerous going forward. I would give him a 5-5 or a 6. You could even give him. I think you give him a 6. I think Trippier gets a 5. The other two get 4 5s. Carrasco gets a 7. Definitely the most threatening of Atletico's players. Definitely waned in the second half, but was pretty dangerous in the first half. Koke, 6-0. Probably fine. Hector Herrera, 6-0 is probably okay. Could even give him 5 5s, I think. Llorente, 5-5. Less influential than the two in midfield. I was asked to be a defender and connect attack. Didn't do it well. Suarez, I give him a 4-5. I think he was super uninterested. Didn't do much. Didn't seem like he wanted to be in the match. Didn't work very hard. Tried to flop a lot. Felix, similarly, I think 4-5. I think both of them just very ineffective for the entirety of the match. Lewandowski, I think a 6 is fair. Didn't have to do a lot. Didn't do great with the chances presented with him. Kingsley Coman, 9-2. I absolutely agree. I think Coman gets a 9-5 or a 10. I mean, the dude was dangerous from the off. He was torching Trippier. He was running in behind, providing options in the channel, was confident in possession, ruthless, had the assist for the second goal as well. Excellent performance, man of the match performance from Coman. Tolisso, 8-5, was industrious in midfield, played in some good balls, was excellent in his own defensive box, heading stuff away, and obviously has the firecracker. 8-5 for him, 7-5 for Muller, did well connecting the attack. I think dual 8s for Goretzka and Kimmich are worth it. I think they were excellent in midfield. They controlled the entire game. They did very well. I think you could even give them an 8-5 to Goretzka for the goal. Hernandez, I think I'm giving him an 8. I thought Hernandez was excellent today. I thought he defended the left side extremely well. I thought he was getting forward and providing options to his teammates. I thought he was probably the best of the defensive defensive line. Alaba, 7.5. I think he was fine. Got a pretty, whatever yellow card, so I'm not going to knock him for that. Sula, I think same as Alaba. Benjamin Pavard, probably the same as the other two. Again, I think Lucas Hernandez was the best defender. And yeah, Neuer should come away with a 7. So excellent performance here by Bayern. They were super efficient with their chances. Kingsley Coman looks super good, and it's a great start to the Champions League for them. But once again, that'll do it for the cast here today. Thanks again for tuning in. I do appreciate you guys always being around, and look forward to tomorrow. We'll be doing a Europa League game for Spurs, so keep your eyes open for that one. But thanks again for tuning in. Have a wonderful day.